in New Canaan for this big primetime matchup between two old rivals. It's the New Canaan Rams and the Darien Blue Wave. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. I'm Ryan Bell, along with Caden Leslie and Liam Tomaszewski from DAF here to bring this little joint broadcast together. Obviously, this is a big-time matchup, two old rivals, as I've said, and this is a matchup that has been highly anticipated for the last few weeks. Obviously, New Canaan with a 1-2-5 record, Darien with a 2-3-3 record. Historically, both these teams have been kind of powerhouses in other sports, slowly starting to adapt to the soccer field. So we'll see how that goes today. Liam, I'm going to start with you. What are some keys for Darien in order to win this match tonight?
Yeah, well, great to be on the broadcast with you guys. Of course, for Darien, they played a great game against Staples Records, best team in the FCAC. They tied 1-1 at the draw, but overall they played great. I mean, they had great players on the offense and defensive side. Senior captain Kai Sparks, of course, getting the lone goal for the Blue Wave. So it should really be an interesting match. Of course, the fifth edition of the Rivals Cup here at Dunning Stadium. So it's going to be an overall great match.
Absolutely. Caden, looking at New Canaan, what are some keys for them this game?
Yeah, so New Canaan looks to be playing out of the back, running a 5-3-2 with needed experience in Nathan Seekhouse and Alex Werner, providing senior leadership in the backfield. Now, they can change this, though. Coach Luke Green has been known to move those two fullbacks up and play a 3-5-2, and so that can give more opportunity to, Jack Kuda, those strikers, to, make a run, through ball, and get a goal. Now, Joseph Gashi, he's been obviously starting in goal. No clean sheets yet this season. However, he has kept the Rams in these close games. So we're going to look for him to step up tonight, maybe get his first clean sheet of the season.
Absolutely. Now, in order to win these games, you obviously have to have some key players. So, Liam, who should we be watching on Darien tonight?
I think starting on the goalie side, sophomore goalie, Teo Dumas, he's just been a really stud this year, had a shutout the first half, the game against one of the best teams in the FCAC of the Trumbull Eagles. And then moving on, like the offensive side, senior captain Kai Sparks, Mitch Davis, just all throughout the line, this Darien team, a little inexperience from last year, but overall I think they're looking pretty good and definitely a big win for them today if they come out with it.
Absolutely. Caden, I know you mentioned the goalie Joseph Gashi, but besides him for New Canaan, who should we be looking for, both strikers and midfielder-wise?
Well, again, striker, you can't forget about Jack Kuda. He is what he lacks for in size, he makes up for speed, like Inter Miami's Lionel Messi. Now, we can't forget about the defense, though. You got to look at, Alex Werner. He had a goal in the last game versus Wilton where they unfortunately did lose 4-2. But who had that other goal was sophomore Dylan Ho, who subbed on in the second half and was able to net one. These new varsity players, these sophomores on New Canaan, they're going to have to step up. And, even with all these seniors, they're going to make a big impact for this team.
Absolutely. New Canaan, as I said, comes into this game 1-2-5. Their lone win was against Fairfield Ludlow 2-1. Obviously lost their last game 4-2 to Wilton. They are on a 3-game losing streak, including a 7-1 loss to Greenwich and a 3-0 loss to Stanford. Caden, how should New Canaan approach this game against Darien?
So, Darien's obviously a good team. Both these teams, not having the starts of the season that they want. But, anything can happen. It is the Rivals Cup. We have seen some pretty interesting results here. And New Canaan, Darien, obviously, it all comes down to who wants it more. It doesn't matter about the skill or the score sheet.
Liam, Darien is 2-3-3. Last game was a 1-1 draw with Staples. How should they be approaching the game tonight?
I think they just have to play their strengths. Really, we've seen them all throughout the year. They struggled early on with a couple matches that they probably could have won. But then coming in with the draw against Staples, had a tough game against the Trumbull Eagles, but it was overall a great first half, so I think this game is definitely going to be a statement game for them.
Caden, I know we talked to New Canaan head coach Luke Green. He kind of said that he wants to start with the 5-3-2 formation, but of course he can move to a 3-5-2 for those wing backs. So how is it going to be important for New Canaan if they need to move those wing backs into left and right mid? We'll take it over to Bill Brown right now, so we will be back to you after the break.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, and if both teams could please rise and face the flag for the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner. Okay, good luck to both teams. Have a great game, guys. Thank you.
Up in almost 10 years in an outdoor sport where this is a night game prime time, and you're all along with us to view the game. So again, this is a joint broadcast between New Canaan and DAF, NCTV, obviously me and Caden and Liam. So we're all going to have a lot of fun tonight. Get ready for this big game.
Yeah, you can see New Canaan huddling up on the 30-yard line. You know, another player to look out for, Momo Sek. He had the Rams Club voted his as the play of the week when his fantastic goal from, I believe, 20 yards out.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fantastic goal.
Great
Something
goal.
that you'd see
Perfect
in like
strike.
MLS or even professionally out overseas.
Exactly, and you can watch episode 2 of the Rams Club, which will be live soon on NCTV's YouTube channel.
Absolutely. Game is about to begin here. Looks like Jack Kuda will be standing at the center circle to begin this game. We are underway here at Dunning Stadium. New Canaan Darien Rivals Cup. What do we have in action? Interesting surprise for head coach Luke Green, starting sophomore Joey DeClerc in the back tonight. Caden, I know that we know Joey personally, obviously one of the toughest defenders there is. Gosh, he almost lost the ball right there, but they're doing good. But back to DeClerc, obviously Joey is a key player for New Canaan. How is he going to be important tonight?
I've played with Joey myself when I played travel soccer in middle school. Joey's just one of those players that, you know, can bring the fire to a team. He great personality.
Absolutely.
And especially on the defense, as that shot.
Jack Kuda almost nipped that top left corner, just missed it.
That was a really great run there from the Rams, going from almost the entire length of the field to get that shot on there, but just a little left of the goalpost.
It'll be interesting tonight. I know me and New Canaan, we talked to some of the New Canaan players. They want to be a little more laid back on the possession tonight. Let Darien pressure them, and then kind of find those through balls.
I think that's what you got to do. I mean, if someone's coming at you hard, you lay back, you don't attack, because that can give you more possession. And time on possession, as we know in soccer, is key if you want to win the game.
Throw in for the Blue Wave right here.
That's Luke Fox on the throw, one of the few freshmen on head coach John Bradley's squad, but definitely has had a big impact on this Darien team this year.
Obviously, New Canaan running that 5-3-2. They have the two strikers up top, that being Jack Kuda, who is obviously one of the more important ones. But then you also have Felix Austin, who comes in this game looking to get on the score sheet. He's had a rough couple last few games, not being able to connect. But tonight, I know that he wants to do that, Caden. Felix Austin, what about him?
That's what you need. You need two seniors up front in Kuda and Austin. They can lead the team. And as Joey DeClerc fakes a long free kick, he'll give that over to Sek.
Darien with a good little interception there in possession. 3-on-3 right now as New Canaan's looking to track back. Crosses in. Good clearance out there by Alex Werner.
That's a great clearance by Werner. I mean, he uses his height to his advantage on that one. You can think of him almost as like Virgil van Dijk on Liverpool.
Absolutely. We can't forget about his brother either, Ted Werner, both on the team, both starters.
Great players.
Both senior captains. Obviously, that connection going right there.
Runs in the family.
Absolutely. Momo Sek, obviously just talked about him with his banger of a goal a couple nights ago.
Yeah, you look at what Gray Tomasco was saying on the Rams club. Excellent goal, excellent strike. Something you'll definitely see in the Prem or Bundesliga, any professional league overseas.
Yep.
Darien trying to keep the possession in their favor. Seen a lot of possession time early in this game as New Canaan gets a little run at it.
Sek just looks to clear that ball back into his own territory, but it looks like Austin had it for a moment. Werner almost got it there. Good perseverance. Ref does blow his whistle for a foul.
Looks like Darien will be given the free kick there.
Of course, Luke Daniil for Darien on the free kick, using all that strength. Primary goal kicker for this Wave squad.
Obviously, Canaan, I know you brought it up in the pregame about Joseph Gosh. He has not held a clean sheet yet, but really besides that Greenwich game, he has not been doing bad as he just claimed the ball right there. I know that he started a few games last year for New Canaan, and this year obviously being that #1 in goal. So it'll be interesting to see tonight how he'll be able to handle the Darien
losing
pressure.
senior Cooper Jessup. I think Joseph Gashi has stepped up exceptionally well. As you see that save right there, great poise. He wasn't scared of the defender, and he was able to, claim that ball and clear it well.
Absolutely. Canaan playing out of the back a bit more, just as we had expected before the game. Austin takes a rough touch there.
Darien communicating with their goalie, Teo Dumas, had a great day against the Trumbull Eagles, having almost a full shutout the entire game.
Ball
Great
over the
through
top.
ball.
Looks like Gosh is there. Believe the ref put that down for offsides, which he did.
Good call by the ref. Obviously, no VAR in high school soccer, but
No. I mean, hey, there's controversy with that in the Prem, so I don't
Yeah.
think we should be having that in the high school game.
as here's Joey DeClerc.
Deep ball. Augusto Baldini, another guy we haven't touched on tonight, but he's been a key midfielder for the Rams this year, scoring goals and assisting. Caden, I know that Augusto Baldini is someone to look out for. I don't think you touched on him in your pregame, but he's obviously a key player for the Rams.
Obviously, senior captain, great influential leader, as Coach Luke Green was talking about before the game. That's how he got his captainship, and he's looking to make the mark on this New Canaan team.
Absolutely.
Seen a lot of aggressiveness early on. A lot of toss-ups and aggressiveness just from both teams going down, but referee's not making calls on those. Going to let these kids play it out.
That's what you want to see in a good referee, though, right? You want to let them play it out. You don't want someone that's going to be blowing the whistle every time someone goes down in the box, as we see here and there.
Yeah, applicable for any sport, too. You
Right,
just want to let him play.
Exactly. DeClerc within the back. That one went out of bounds. That was intended for Nathan Smock.
Nathan Smock, obviously another senior on this New Canaan team. Pretty old New Canaan team, despite losing a lot of seniors last year, including the Marsili twins. Lorenzo Marsili, obviously a very influential player on last year's team.
Liam, I'd just like to ask you a question. How are the captains on Darien kind of controlling this team? Obviously I know that you said that there's a lot of inexperience in this team, but having these big captains, what is kind of their role for Darien?
Well, definitely last season they had a really big squad of seniors, and I think that was really important for the Wave team. And overall, I think they've managed well.
Absolutely. New Canaan trying to get some pressure on there, but nothing in the end. But that's a good attack from the Rams, as Coach Luke Green wanted them to do.
That was a lovely save there by Dumont, as we saw up front. Tons of pressure.
It was a really great save from Dumas there, getting down on the ground, being able to put a nice stop for the Blue Wave.
Momo Sek with it in midfield. Sek tried to fit that pass into Kuda, unable to. Darien clearing it out. Now a potential counterattack for the Blue Wave. Looks like Joseph Gashi. He's got to get there. Claims inside the box.
Gashi's just been all over the place this game, making some nice saves and really keeping the Blue Wave at 0 on the scoreboard.
Okay, and we know Gashi's more of like a sweeper keeper type, like Emmanuel Neuer. Obviously, you can't really compare him to Emmanuel Neuer, one of the best of all time.
The height difference.
Yeah, right, exactly. But
still, two great keepers.
Exactly. The ball just goes out of play.
just touching back on that seniority. I mean, I've talked to the captains at school. I mean, they've been fired up for this season. Of course, definitely like a little chip on their shoulder, especially making it to the FCAC championship last year. I mean, they have high hopes on the season, and they've just been adding to that depth throughout their whole lineup.
Absolutely. New Canaan did have a first-round exit last year in the postseason. So what does kind of look this year for at least playoff hopes? Obviously, not the best record so far, but how can they turn that around and make the postseason?
And we saw them last year being excited about making the postseason. 7-8, great record for this New Canaan team. They still have time in the season to turn it around, and they've looked good so far for the 9 minutes we've been seeing them play.
New Canaan now starting to put a little pressure on the Blue Wave defense, advancing into their half. As Momo Sek, great dribbling. He's going to swing that ball over to Smock. Smock looked for a cross in, but he's going to play that to Sek.
Goes down in the box, debatable penalty there. Bell, you think that should be called?
No, I'll let the guys play. It's a good tackle from Darien. Obviously, that's what we want to see, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Good little bit of contact there on defense. Just kind of, if I'm a ref, right, maybe you start the game, let some stuff fly, let them know how you're going to call the game, but then once maybe we're second half, we're going to see.
And you got to remember, this is a rivalry game. Things are going to get intense.
Absolutely.
We got a big corner kick from the Rams here, and need to capitalize early on this one.
Sek will take, crosses the ball in. Look to try and play that near the back post. Ball's gone out of play for throw-in.
You can see more of a crowd starting to file in here at this game. Great atmosphere.
A lot of youth players here as well.
A lot of youth players. You know, Coach Luke Green was talking about how he builds up his program through the youth. And, I mean, we can see this here tonight. It's a testament.
Absolutely.
You always hear the saying, Friday night lights, all for football. But it's great to see soccer getting out. You're playing under the bright lights of the stadium field.
Absolutely. And a Wednesday night, nonetheless, as well.
Wednesday night, yeah.
Great show out.
Couple little student section forming.
Smock's going to head that away. Smock is a two-sport athlete as well. He's on the tennis team, varsity tennis, along with soccer. So dual athlete, obviously head coach Ben Young of the tennis team.
Yeah, that tennis team, they did have a pretty good season last year.
They did. Clerk's going to play that ball. Great touch by Baldini. Collected by Werner. He's going to swing that just a bit far. Tried to intend that over to Brooks Wonderlick, but could not connect.
Brooks Wonderlick, also a two-sport athlete, great lacrosse player. His younger brother, Will, also on the New Canaan JV soccer team.
Now, speaking of kind of JV and the younger kids, there's a lot of sophomores on the New Canaan bench.
Yeah.
Marco Tiganelli, Dylan Ho, Tristan Bardalis. Those are guys that have been scoring the last few games for the Rams. Obviously, we know them well, but they're just great players overall.
Great players and great people. And we saw last year Tiganelli as a freshman practicing with the Rams during that playoff run, along with JV player this year, Quinn Kilkenny.
Yep, Quinn Kilkenny.
You take a look at that last play. That was really great battle there from Jack Flynn on the Blue Wave, but of course New Canaan Rams defense there to make the great play.
We're just about almost 12 minutes in here. Been great defense so far from both Darien and New Canaan. Obviously both goalkeepers have been doing their job, doing what they need to do. Contact in the middle there, but the ref lets it play on. Looks like Alex Werner, great close out there.
Great takeaway by Alex Werner, and you saw Ted Werner earlier with that great play there.
At halftime, I'm going to be interested to kind of see the possession stats so far between both teams. This has been a pretty evenly kind of possession-based game so far.
Yeah. And, I mean, you see that on the score, 0-0.
Absolutely.
Great through ball played there.
Jack
Kuda's going to get there.
Kuda with the shot. Great block by the Darien defense. Oh, a little Travella. Respect for Augusto Baldini trying the Travella, but Darien holds.
Yeah, great job by Darien there. That was off of junior Sebi Gardner, right off of the back of his shin. Really great play to get that ball cleared.
Jack Kuda made that first run. Momo Sek hit him. It fell to him, but obviously Darien with a great block. Corner, great played short by Momo Sek. Sek with it, drives across it in. Oh, just a bit high. Intended for Alex Werner. that ball is just a little down, that could be headed in for 1-0.
Yeah, you know, the score's still 0-0, and it's showed by the possession stats as we were talking about, but we haven't really seen, you know, Darien get these scoring chances off yet.
Absolutely. I mean, New Canaan's defense has been doing what they need to be doing so far, and especially with Joseph Gashi in goal, you know, holding it down so far.
Yeah, definitely a lot of neutral soccer. I've seen both teams are making, getting close to the net, but haven't made one in yet. But of course, on that last play, the Rams did well, trying to get a nice shot on.
We are at the 26:40 mark here in the first half. Still got a lot of ball to play for this first half.
Darien controlling it in their half. Great ball movement.
Passing it up. Great clearance. Again, that back line for New Canaan, that 5 in the back, has been holding up so far.
I'm almost sec there with the foul. I think that's a good call by the refs, and that'll put Darien in a good position.
Yeah, I'd agree with that call. You know, if you get contact, you should go down, blow the whistle.
Yeah, 30 yards out. I think Darien can, you know, get this free kick in the box, have someone there, head it in.
He's going to take a shot
Corner
on goal.
taken quickly.
Field goal's good,
Yeah.
but we're here for soccer. But close shot, obviously, just early on in the game, just trying to get a little movement towards the net, make Gashi work a little bit.
Really great strength of that kick from junior Cam Morris, of course, on this team as a freshman. Seeing a lot of varsity experience.
Gashi is going to take it. We'll see if he'll play it long or play it short to DeClerc and move it up from the back. Plays that one to DeClerc. Boost that up. Great ball. Split in the defense. Oh, bad touch by Brooks Wunderlich. But he does hustle to try and get it back, though.
Great recovery by Wunderlich, although Darien is... Actually, I believe New Canaan will be getting this throw in. So that was a great hustle play there by Wunderlich to regain possession of the ball.
Baldini, short pass. Sec with it, and he's going to lose it. Darien numbers through ball. Looks like Joey DeClerc just gets there, put it out of bounds. Good play by the sophomore.
Moyer's trying to find Kai Sparks in that one, looking for an open lane. Just couldn't get through the New Canaan D.
Good spark from the Darien offense right there as they will get a throw in. Headed up into the box, cleared away by the Rams defense. Falling out to the Blue Wave back line, and that will be claimed by Gashi, or we'll let it go out of bounds.
We'll let it go out for a goal kick. Joseph Gashi looking a little bit like Guillermo Ochoa out there with the hair.
My favorite, national goalie.
Yeah.
For Mexico, at least. DeClerc's, looks like DeClerc's just going to take this one right here. Clerk's going to boot that one. Tended for Austin, headed away by the Blue Wave. Smock to take the throw. He's going to try and fit it in to Kuda. Does collect it back into the midfield for New Canaan. Great clear away by Moyers. But DeClerc with that rapid speed so far.
Yeah, Sparks trying to find fellow senior captain Mitch Davis on that one, but of course this New Canaan D's just been playing really great the entirety of this game.
Obviously, as I mentioned before the game, New Canaan 3-game losing streak. The 7-1 loss to Greenwich probably hurt a little bit of the morale in the team. But that's something that, you lose a game, you just got to make sure that in the locker room, all right, we lost, we got to move on to the future now.
And that's what Coach Luke Green has been preaching.
Darien right across the front of goal.
Great chance there.
Gashi had it covered, still goes out.
Yeah, really great play there from Darien. Just a little left of that goal post. I mean, definitely overrun by that New Canaan D, but really great to see a shot on that one.
DeClerc again takes it out of the back. He'll look to boot that one deep for Felix Austin. As Nathan Smock taking the quick throw in, but I believe the ref actually blew it for a free kick. Momosek, he has been the long free kick taker for the Rams, and this is a position on set pieces where New Canaan should be able to score, and they have been scoring this season.
You look at Joey DeClerc taking this free kick. You know, ever since I've played with him, he's always been known for his boot. And let's see what he can do here. About 50 yards out, sorry.
New Canaan definitely need to apply the pressure with this free kick.
DeClerc's going to swing that in, and that is easily claimed.
Great save there by Theo
Dumas.
Dumont.
Yeah, Theo Dumas just reading that one really great. Overall great catch from him.
Dumas boots that one up into the New Canaan own half. And Gashi, not the best kick up in the air. Canaan's going to have to try and clear that one out, which they do successfully.
It looked like Gashi just didn't have the right read to put that one in his hand, so going with the kick, but of course that one going into the other side of the field.
You know, that's something important for for Darien, that we've been talking about, kind of pressuring Gashi when he gets the ball at his feet to make him make an error, and we almost just saw it right there.
Great recovery, though, as Darien will take this throw-in.
New Canaan almost looking like a little high press right here, trying to force the turnover off the throw.
Great header there.
Baldini gets it. Little contact. He's staying on his feet. Good move by Baldini.
And Rams player going down on that hit from the Blue Wave.
Yeah, great physicality there by the Rams. They're really turning up high energy in this first half, and we've really seen this become evident, Ryan.
Absolutely. Darien into the New Canaan half. Momosek tried to chase that down, and there's a mistake. Darien, Joseph Gashi, the sweeper keeper, makes an excellent save with his legs. Ball goes out. That was the best chance of the night for either team right there.
And that's an amazing play there by Gashi. I mean, you know, you saw it in his eyes. He sprinted out. Great play there to stop Darien from scoring.
New Canaan
and as New Canaan's on the counterattack now.
Attack. Austin tries to put the shoulder down. Keeps the ball in play. Good job by Austin, but Darien clears it away.
That was a really great play from Matthew West, trying to capitalize on that error from Gashi, but always there to make the play.
Absolutely. Kuda almost getting double teamed on that left wing right over there. Darien will close it down for a throw.
Yeah, Matthew West, a freshman on this Darien varsity team. He's always been a good soccer player for as long as I've known him. And, you know, he's looking to make this mark starting as a freshman for this Darien team.
That'd be quite the story. Freshmen score a goal in this rivalry game.
Amazing. And you know now New Canaan does not allow freshmen to play on the JV or varsity programs, keeping them on the freshman team. I think that's a good thing, as you know, you build morale with the fellow people in your class, and we're seeing this here with DeClerc starting
Absolutely.
as a sophomore.
And that bench. I think it is important because, you know, if you're playing a freshman just on the freshman, just to kind of know your skills, play with people you know, and then once you can move up to varsity. As the ball is cleared away by Smock for a Darien throw.
Great read there from Smock, just putting that one out, but Darien needing the big one here.
Blue Wave to take the throw. See if they're going to want to target more in the middle near the penalty area. It's cleared away. Baldini's got it. Tries a through pass. No luck. Ball swung in by the Blue Wave back post. Joseph Gashi punches it away.
Just missing sophomore Breeks Davis on that one, trying to use his height, put that header into the net. Not getting that one online.
Darien again with these rapid crosses into the box. That one just a little too far as New Canaan will get it. Obviously, here's the replay of the very close chance. Gashi, beautiful move to kind of kick that one out of there, but Matthew West was so close to getting on the score sheet.
Shows how being aggressive as a goalkeeper is way more effective than a passive approach, as if Gashi stayed in the net, more often than not, that's a goal for the Darien Blue Wave.
Absolutely. DeClerc's been booting it deep. He's been doing an excellent job at that tonight, just to kind of clear it out of his own zone and push it up a bit.
I think that's why Luke Green put him out there. You know, he has that confidence in him. He knows he can play to the best of his ability, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Absolutely. Little under 17:40 to go until the end of the first half here at Dunning Stadium.
Obviously, high school soccer playing 40-minute halves instead of 45s. I believe stoppage time still.
Yeah, I think it's just. get a throw from around the 50. As you see the replay here, Joseph Gashi with a nice little punch away.
Gashi doing the full extend on that one, trying to prevent Darien from getting a nice header.
Darien now playing a little more possession based out of the back so far. Momo Sek almost there for the interception. Cameron Moyers with great strength to keep it away from Sek. As the Blue Wave now look to attack, Gashi with the easy claim.
Gashi playing it quick there as he feeds it out to Nathan Smock.
Smock with the good little move, plays that over to Werner. There's some contact down there. Werner got up, but it looks like there might a little bit of an injury for Darien. We'll see.
That's Miles Lefkowitz on that one. Definitely a little bit of a trip up on there, but hopefully nothing too major.
Hope he's all right. I mean, that's really the first challenge we've seen where both players maybe a little slow to get up. But, you know, rivalry game, that's what we expect.
Yeah, as Lefkowitz jogging away. And Darien will take this free kick.
Yeah, Luke Daniil on the free kick. One of the many sophomores on this. Well, of course, the sophomore class had a really great freshman year last year, so showing the leadership on this young varsity team.
Daniil had a good swing in, and Darien hits actually the crossbar of the upright
Crossbar
right there.
the upright there.
But Darien has definitely been applying the pressure so far. I'd say these last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, a lot of pressure from the Blue Wave as it looks like Bennett Higgins, another fellow freshman, going to come in for the Blue Wave on the substitute.
We have a substitute here. It is the sophomore Tristan Bardalis is coming into the game. Obviously, he scored in the game against Fairfield Ludlow, which actually tied the game up. So he has been on the score sheet so far this season. We'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, Bardalis, a great addition to this New Canaan soccer program, as last year he played club and was not able per MLS Next regulations to play for the high school. But here he is this year, already making an impact in his sophomore season.
So it looks like it will be Bardalis and Kuda being the two strikers up top as Darien looks to capitalize. But Gashi will let that one roll out. We'll see if DeClerc's going to take another one of those long balls again. Looks like we might see it here. A little bit shorter. Momo Sek. Darien applying pressure, though.
Yeah, Lefkowitz trying to get that ball closer to that New Canaan goal.
There's the boot by DeClerc. Send that back into the Blue Wave own half. Kuda looking to chase that ball down. Good keep away by the Blue Wave.
Jack Kuda, great hustle there. He's going to win the throw-in for New Canaan.
Brooks Wonderlick. Haven't called his name too much tonight. He's taking the throw. Plays that one short over to Kuda. See if Duquesne can get a little attacking spark right here. Ball's gone out of play for a Darien throw.
Nothing Momo Sek could do there. I mean, pressured by three defenders at all angles. Sometimes that's the play you got to make. You got to make the safe play.
Liam, so far, looking at Darien, what do you like about the Blue Wave so far?
I've liked that they've applied pressure early. I mean, we've seen in games that they've been playing very neutral soccer. They've been on the defense a lot in their past FCAC games. So I like that they're going out early in this first half and trying to get some good shots on net.
Absolutely. Caden, I'm going to ask you that same question for New Canaan. What have you liked so far from the Rams?
I've liked how they've just kept their poise in the backfield. They've been able to make some good clears off of great Darien chances, including Joseph Gashi's amazing save there. Two amazing saves, actually. And, you know, guys like Joey DeClerc and Alex Werner playing strong in the backfield and playing those through balls up into the midfield and the top half.
Yeah, I mean, these last 10 minutes, we've really seen a lot more action from both the teams, starting to advance a little more towards the goal.
Yeah, both teams 2 shots on goal so far. As Joseph
Gashi misses the punch right there.
He's slow to get up.
Slow to get up. Ref did blow his whistle.
Yeah, Gashi going down on that one. Looked like Darien tried to bring that one down, get a shot on, but the referee will blow the whistle.
Darien so far, very good job at sending those crosses into the box, even if it's not going to land to a Darien player, just to at least get it in there, maybe hope New Canaan makes a mistake for a goal. Baldini gets it right at the midfield line. There's one of the wingbacks, Nathan Smock, right now. Smock's been playing good bit of skill right there. So Kane's going to reset it in the midfield. Sek went down for a second. No whistle by the ref. Let him play on.
Crowd obviously not happy about that no call.
Unhappy crowd members as the clerk just boots that one. Kuda obviously offsides right there. But
Look
Tristan
at Bardalis.
The pace by Tristan Bardalis. Can he get on the score sheet? Looks like a block by the Darien Blue Wave defense, but a great chance from New Canaan.
That's great pace there by Bardalis. Obviously reminds you of Mbappe, you know, similar run. And, you know, that's something they can both do. And great run there by Bardalis, almost able to put it in the back of the net as we see this replay.
Yeah, great play there from Darien. Of course, Luke Daniil using all those wheels to try to prevent that shot there from the Rams.
New Canaan will get a corner as the low cross is swung in. That ball has gone out. See if we'll get a goal kick or another corner.
Darien not yet taking a corner in tonight's matchup.
Yeah, but that's why Luke Green wanted to sub on Tristan Bardalis, right? Take Felix Austin off, let Bardalis do his thing. He obviously is one of the paciest players on the team, as we just saw right there. It almost reminded me of when you're playing the FIFA game mode and you get the speed boost. That's what I saw from Tristan Bardalis right there.
Amazing pace.
Low cross swung in,
and
that ball has gone in. Looks like there might have been an own goal.
Magnificent there.
Wow, that caught us in the booth off guard. 1-0 for the Rams.
Stunning goal as the crowd goes wild.
I mean, Jack Kuda got it from the corner, swung it in. It looks like it took a deflection somehow. We'll check the replay. We will not check the replay so far. We'll get it, though. We will get there.
Yeah, Darien players had their hands on their heads in that one. Definitely looked like there was some miscommunication by the net. I don't think Teo Dumas had any read on that, so it was probably an own goal, but...
Here's the replay. So that ball was just swung in. Yeah, it looks like that just takes a tough deflection off of the Blue Wave defender into the net. 1-0 for New Canaan.
And you can even see the New Canaan players confused about what happened.
Kuda.
As Jack Kuda will get credit for that goal.
Will get rewarded for the goal there. Obviously, no fault to Dumas at all. Taking a tough deflection. Obviously, Kuda did still get the goal, but there was a deflection there, so no fault to Dumas goal. Absolutely. Saw that in the Liverpool-Tottenham game last weekend. New Canaan looking to get a little more attack. Darien just needs a little bit of a reset there after that goal. Gashi looking to claim it. Boot that one out of bounds.
Yeah, Darien definitely needs to just reset, get their own mindset, getting going, and try and make some great play here.
Under 10 minutes to go until the end of the first half. Obviously, Luke Green will be satisfied with the performance as of right now.
Yeah, New Canaan has about 9 minutes to hold Darien 1-0 on the score sheet, and you know Luke Green has to be walking out of this half satisfied if that is the end result.
Absolutely. You know, we've seen a couple different things from the corners from New Canaan. We've obviously seen the cross into the box, the short pass, but right there it was just Kuda swinging that low-driven ball into the box, hoping for the deflection that he got, and then goal for New Canaan.
That's a telltale sign. Darien needs to get some corners. They need more chances there. As both these teams, New Canaan only leading by 1 shot on goal, so Darien needs to step up their offensive production if they want to get on the score sheet.
Sek with the ball in midfield, looking to play that to Smock. Almost fell to Bardalis. Darien will just try and clear that back to the midfield.
Look at Will Arnold there. Great look to Nathan Smock.
It definitely seems like New Canaan's just getting, or pretty much using every chance they can get with the loose balls on the field and trying to make something happen.
Looks like a foul right there on the newly subbed in Will Arnold. Kane, what should we expect from Arnold? Obviously a great midfielder. He can shoot, he can pass, but what should we see from him coming out of the game?
Arnold, I mean, he has great pace, and that was a great challenge there in the midfield by Will Arnold. Unfortunately, foul was called, but, you know, you have to play with a certain physicality, and I think Will Arnold does that to an exceptional level.
Absolutely, as Darien will swing the ball in.
Over
Over Gashi's head. Oh, and a post hit. Unbelievable. Jack Flynn. Ball's been sailed out. Darien oh so close to that first goal.
And it's off the post, inches away from an even game there. But wow.
Unbelievable chance. Gashi just missed it. Mistimed his jump just a little bit. Ball fell out. Flynn just had a bit of a tough angle to get that shot off. He hits the post, but he'll obviously want that one back.
Yeah, I mean, just a tough angle. He needed to square up a little bit more, but really just a great opportunity for Darien to try to capitalize on that one.
I mean, Darien obviously have to be more satisfied after that chance, more energy, and New Canaan obviously a little rattled.
Absolutely.
I think that's the closest, definitely the closest anyone's come to scoring all
I'm
night.
sure Coach Green probably had a little heart attack right there.
Yeah.
Gashi misses the ball. I mean, if you got a freeze frame right there of no one in the net, you just say, well, that's a goal, but obviously there was a tough angle. Ball hit the post.
New Canaan obviously regrouping here. We're going to see Darien.
I think really both teams are regrouping right now.
That was a very high-intensity, high-focus moment.
I mean, you've seen these last 5 minutes, we've had deflection goal for New Canaan and almost an open net goal for Darien.
That's great control there by Ted Warner.
Darien
Lefkowitz trying to create something.
Lefkowitz, great ball. New Canaan looking to kind of relapse a bit on defense. That's going to be Brooks Wunderlich up that left sideline. The rapid pace, ball just a little bit too far for Bardalis, but Bardalis, ball's back to the Darien center backs. Again, these long crosses, these long balls kind of into the New Canaan's own half to see what the Rams will do and respond to those.
And I mean, that's the difference between high school soccer and, let's say, something in the Prem, USL, MLS. It's way more laid back, but high school soccer is aggressive. You got to go get the ball as Joseph Gashi punches that ball out.
Good punch by Gashi. Ball swung back in. Gashi claims contact. Foul's been blown.
I mean, Gashi's just been everywhere, making that nice save, and then a double save on that. It was a really great play from the Rams.
A little over 5 minutes left to play in the first half of this Rivals Cup matchup.
I mean, back to Joseph Gashi. He's been playing fantastic tonight. Obviously, there was the miscue where he missed the ball. Luckily, ball was not put into the back of the net, so he kind of had a little break there. But besides that one moment, he's been playing fantastic.
De Klerk, a great clear there. Jack Kuda almost got to it. He will now.
Back to Smock. Kuda and Smock have had a little connection so far from that right wing into the center.
Yeah, great chemistry, great flow of the game. And that's a great through ball to Smock.
Ball's gone out of play, however, for a Darien
challenge
throw.
There, that's going to be a Darien throw-in.
I've just heard the names Kuda and Smock all day. I mean, you've just seen them out there. They've been playing really great soccer.
And then you look at the Darien side, Liam. You got Lefkowitz. He's had some great chances for the Wave so far, and so far it looks like he's going to be the one to put the ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, Lefkowitz is a really great utility player for Darien, trying to create those passes to get shots on net. I don't think I've seen him get a goal on the season this year, but really just a great player for this starting squad.
He's been having himself quite the game tonight.
We've also been calling Matthew West's name a lot tonight. As we said, a freshman. He had that great chance early on that tested Gashi, but Gashi was able to kick that out. So Darien so far, these last 10, 20 minutes has really been starting to put the pressure on the Rams.
Exactly, as we have close to 4 minutes left, plus stoppage time.
Ball swung up, and Gashi with another great claim. Joseph Gashi, that is his 6th save of the night. We expect many more to come as well.
Great playing so far, 1-0. Darien having the latter half of that score sheet, and mostly thanks to Gashi there in the back.
Teo Dumas trying to reel that one in.
Great pressure by Bardalis. Kuda
unable to handle it.
Definitely, again, miscommunication there from Dumas trying to find his guy. Of course, in soccer, you never want to give it out over the middle, and it was definitely an error you don't want to give to the Rams.
Dumas thought he had a little bit more control under the pass. That one just a little bit too far, but Kuda was unable to connect.
And how Kuda got that chance was that great pressure from Tristan Bardalis. He's definitely shown the best pace on this team tonight.
Absolutely, kid. Darien with it just barely in their own half, looking to advance. Whistle has been blown.
Looks like Darien's going to get a free kick here on their half.
Huge opportunity from the Blue Wave. I mean, of course, the time is ticking out in the first half, so They want to get on the scoreboard. Starts right now.
Set pieces right here. This is where a lot of goals are scored in high school soccer, so we'll see how this ball's going to be swung in.
A little far, but we'll see how they work with it.
Ball is swung in. Canaan couldn't really clear it out, but they'll take the goal kick.
He's going to let that one be. Give it to most likely Clark. Cleared up the field, and with 2 minutes plus stoppage left, roughly in this first half, New Canaan, is going to try and get 2 on the board, walk out of here comfortably up.
Yeah, I mean, DeClerc's been having a great game. Not a usual starter in the back 5, but tonight, obviously, head coach Luke Green said, right, we're going to put you in, give you a chance, and he has not missed his opportunity so far.
This is a great play there.
Darien, good clearance, just get that out of there.
That looks like, I believe, Felix Austin back in at striker.
Yeah. We'll see a throw-in for New Canaan.
That's going to be Rohan Shenoy taking the throw-in. He subbed on for Brooks Wunderlich. Rohan, a junior on this New Canaan team. Great player, great pace as well.
Mm-hmm. He was in our gym class last year, and
was,
obviously we had some great times with Rohan.
Great great volleyball player as well.
Absolutely. Not so much you, Caden, but
yeah,
it's all right. Ball's gone out again. Looks like Shenoy will take another throw in the
Darien
Momo
needing just a very big stop here. Get that Rams out of offensive opportunities.
Just under a minute and 15 left in the first half.
Looks like New Canaan's been awarded a corner.
Hey, they scored from their last one here. We'll see right now how the Blue Wave defense will respond to this corner kick.
That will be New Canaan's 5th corner of the night. Familiar face, Momo Sek, ready to take this corner. New Canaan obviously pressure in the box.
Obviously, that last one was Jack Kuda who was rewarded the goal. But we'll see if Momo Sek can swing this ball in and put New Canaan up 2 with 45 seconds to go. Ball swung in by Sek. Oh, and
great
just
play
over the crossbar. That was very close from Alex Werner. Got his head on it, but just a little over.
Magnificent ball. Soccer's a game of inches, and that one, as we look at the replay
Great
here.
swinging by Momo Sek. Werner right there at the back post, but just a little bit over.
And that obviously caught Rudolph off guard, as you can see, nowhere near where that ball would have gone in.
15 seconds as the first half's winding now. Darien's looking to get one last attack in as we just hit the 10-second mark right now.
As we'll see how much stoppage time the refs will give in this Roberts Cup matchup.
Ball swung in, deep ball. Ball's a little close for Gashi there on that own header, but that will be halftime. 1-0 for New Canaan. Obviously, great game for both teams so far defensive-wise. Obviously, Canaan, what have you seen from New Canaan's defense that's been so special?
I mean, you can't talk about their defense tonight without talking about Joseph Gashi. I mean, great saves. He's had 6 saves tonight, while Darien's keeper, Theo Rudolph, only has 2.
Absolutely.
2.
Liam, looking at Darien, they had some great chances in the first half, unable to connect. So what is your kind of first half analysis of Darien?
I think they played really great soccer, but again, they're going to have to get pretty much overcome the fact that they are playing New Canaan. I mean, this, of course, is a big game for both these teams to stay alive in FCI playoff contention. So I think they just have to talk things over and get the offense going a little bit more.
Absolutely. As it is halftime right now, we will go to break. But first, Caden, you have to read the sponsors right here.
So this game is sponsored by our New Canaan Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is a highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, which happens to actually be my dentist, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor, Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsors and NCHS alumni Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been our proud sponsors of local athletic programs for generations. The dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. The team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Then Freedy Jewels, your local official Rolex dealer, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands and welcome the New Canaan community into their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams! Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling company serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported NC Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Performance Optimum Health, which proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023 to 2024 seasons. Their team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing in this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The New Canaan Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan High School athletics. Go Rams!
Thanks for that, Caden. We're going to take a short break, but we will be back for the start of the second half. Welcome back here to Dunning Stadium here in New Canaan. A 1-0 game for the Rams so far. Caden, the story has been New Canaan's defense holding the clean sheet for the first half. What have you seen from the defense?
I mean, first off, you got to talk about Joseph Gashi. I mean, what a game he's been playing with 6 saves. He's been all over the place, diving, jumping. I mean, even regardless of that near miss where Darien did hit the post, Joseph Gashi has played almost an impeccable game here. And you also got to look at Joey DeClerc and Alex Warner in the backfield playing solid games. Both. It looks like maybe New Canaan will be switching their formation.
Actually, Liam, Darien, 4 shots on goal in the first half. What did you like from them so far?
I did like their offensive pursuits. I think they did pretty well on the offense, but their shots and pressure just weren't there compared to the New Canaan Rams side. So I think they're going to need to increase that throughout the second half.
We'll see what Luke Green said at halftime. Maybe they're going to switch to that 3-5-2, but so far the 5-3-2 has been working, obviously, with those fullbacks.
Yeah, as Darien applying pressure early, that's going to be crossed in, but
Good
headed
clear.
out by New Canaan defense.
Try to take a shot. Perhaps a little whiff on the ball, and then it's out to Tristan Bardalis.
Bardalis fouled there. Looks
Fouled.
like the crowd are rightfully upset.
Yeah, Kai
as-
Sparks with that challenge. Hey, that's a challenge that, obviously, as we've said, we expect from a rivalry game, and, it's just something that we're going to see.
It's a solid challenge, not by any means.
Malicious.
Yeah,
Not malicious, just clumsy. That's a FIFA line. New Canaan looking to try and maybe swing this ball in here, but Darien doing good on the close it down. Ball has gone
That was-
behind the goal. Looks like trying to get a little cross, but as I just said, Darien really putting that
not the
pressure.
way they intended it. Darien obviously coming out firing this second half. New Canaan playing a little laid back, but we will probably see this change as the second half progresses.
Yeah, the Darien D really needs to help out Teo Dumas. I mean, we've seen a lot of shots from the Rams, so this Darien D needs to play on pretty much all fronts.
We'll see how the Darien tactics might just switch a little. I think that first half maybe a little more laid back to start, but we definitely saw at the end of that first half really trying to apply pressure on Gashi and New Canaan, so second half I'd expect around the same.
Yeah, as here is Joey DeClerc.
Again, long free kick taker. I mean, from here he could really reach the goal, but he's just going to...
That's going to be easily intercepted.
But Momo Sek trying to get that right back in midfield. Backs off a little bit, seeing if Darien is going to apply some pressure. A little miscommunication there. Smock was a little far back. Looked like Baldini thought that he was going to be right parallel with them. Wanting a handball. Might have hit the hand of Augusto Baldini there, but no call.
Great pass there by Rohan Chinoy.
Bardalis gets it far on the right wing, trying to get there. It's paced. Ball does go out of play. There has been a substitution for New Canaan, number 27. That's Dylan Ho, sophomore. Scored in the last game for the Rams, so maybe just looking to apply a little more of offense, but he's definitely a good defender as well.
Looks like he's on for Austin, who I believe came back on after being subbed off. High school soccer, I believe, does allow for unlimited substitutions, unlike in professional leagues.
Challenge there on the left
by
sideline.
Momo Sek. That's going to be a throw-in for Nathan Smock and the Rams.
Looks like Baldini wasn't ready for that throw, and as Darien now look to attack.
And a big play there from Darien, of course, attacking that throw-in from the Rams and needing an offensive pursuit here.
Close down on the left wing. That ball is just going to be booted out of play by the Rams. Alex Werner. So far, Gashi hasn't been tested this first half, but it's early on, so obviously throughout this, we're going to see a lot more shots on target.
Yeah,
from
we're
there.
only 4 minutes in, as that's going to be cleared out by New Canaan. Darien now with time to regroup.
Sky ball swung almost in the middle of the box.
Nathan Smock, I believe, missed that volley.
Throw in for the Rams. So now, but as we said in the pregame, New Canaan now has that strike partnership of sophomores, Tristan Bardalis and Dylan Ho. Bardalis gets it right there.
Great
Little stumble.
recovery by Bardalis. He's going to feed
Try
that
and
up.
find it to the other sophomore, Dylan Ho. Ho with great pace.
Nice speed there from Ho.
Ball out of play.
He's going to be awarded
He'll
that
take the
throw
throw.
after surviving that challenge.
Throw into the middle to Baldini. Good header away by the Blue Wave. Darien will now look to get a counter. Great challenge by Baldini.
Oh.
There's some contact there. They're both getting up.
The Rams have been playing well on all fronts on the offensive. They're getting a lot of shots on goal, and then even on the defense, too, this second half. They've just been dominating this Darien team.
Ball's cleared away. Darien still have it, trying to now get closer to that New Canaan goal. Great movement on the left wing. Trying to swing that back across, and it's gone in. A goal for Darien to tie it up in the rivalry. We are tied at 1 apiece.
And Kai Sparks with an incredible position. He saw the ball with a clear motive and was able to put that run right into the back of the net past Gashi as we are equalizer, as that was the equalizer. 1-1 here at Dunning Stadium.
Kai Sparks, of course, a player to watch in my book. Right there to make that great shot and tying up that game at 1 apiece.
We'll check the replay. Just going to rewind. It started with a great movement up the left wing, and it found Sparks right in the middle. We'll see here the close down by New Canaan, the attempt. Little Meg right there, missed by the New Canaan. Actually might
Looks like that is an own goal.
Well, it's given as a goal. Own goal. It wasn't intentional, obviously, but took a little deflection. Both goals have been deflections, and it is now 1-1.
And again, nothing Gashi could do about that. That was deflected off of a New Canaan player. But Kai Sparks, great positioning, and he's able to get that goal and get us level here.
1 apiece. Obviously, Luke Green, but here's the thing. Right now you have Dylan and Tristan on. They're more attacking minders, so it's looking good so far with those subs. I mean, obviously conceding is not what you want to have, but now that you got those attackers on,
you got two of the players with the best pace on the field right now. That's what you want if you're looking to get 2 goals here on the board. Go ahead in this matchup.
Darien now looking to get a little bit more of attack, as we just saw. New Canaan's going to have to regroup a little bit after they had a lot of the momentum in the first half. Momo Sek, great little play in the midfield. There's a challenge.
It's a challenge there.
We're not going to be seeing our first card, but Dylan Ho does go down.
Sebi Gardner frustrated with the call there.
Yeah, Gardner definitely not handing out a Christmas card to that referee, but.
And right here goes Sek from around 40 yards out.
See, looks like the clerk will actually.
The clerk will take this one from at around 50. But with his boot, anything is possible here for the Rams. Great set piece upcoming.
Couldn't set it better myself, Caden. Great set piece upcoming. De Klerk's going to swing that ball in. Cleared away by the Darien defense.
Momo Sek wide open.
Looking to have another one of those shots. Dylan Ho, was he offsides? Flag wasn't down. And believe they're going to just call that a goal kick for Darien.
Ref's not raising the flag there, as here's Darien with the goal kick. Replay here.
Replay. Sek tried to get that shot. He found Ho, who was just really unguarded. Maybe Darien thought there was a little offsides right there, but he scuffed that shot out of bounds. Darien looking to apply a little bit more pressure to New Canaan.
And this Darien bench fired up after that goal from Sparks. They're wanting to apply all pressure they can have in this game.
Quick throw in by the Blue Wave. Cleared out of bounds again by New Canaan. Caden, how is New Canaan going to try and bounce back after conceding the first goal?
Well, obviously, you got your 2 fastest players in Bardalis and Ho up in the front. But in the back, they got to remain poised. Joseph Gashi obviously can't let that goal get to him, as that was not his fault. Deflection there in front, as that is almost another chance for the Blue Wave. That's going to be Momo Sek with the clear.
You know, when New Canaan's going to watch the film of this game, they're going to be a little upset on that Darien first goal. 3 defenders missed a chance to clear that one out.
And that's what you got to do on defense. You got to be not aware of just the player you're guarding. You got to have peripheral vision, be able to view all the way around, which is what great defenders such as VVD, as we were talking about earlier, do in the pro levels.
Absolutely. Liam, we're not even 10 minutes in, but Darien's definitely been applying a lot more pressure, giving themselves some more chances. What have you liked so far?
Well, I definitely like, obviously head coach John Bradley told these boys, they're on a mission in this game. They want to take home the Rivals Cup again. They won it last year, of course, so I think getting that big goal is definitely a statement for them in this game.
Darien again. Seems like we're calling them every time with a lot of possession here.
Now there is a trophy on the line here, so overtime, extra time, sorry, this is soccer, might be a possibility. I don't know how this would work here, as it is still a regular season game.
Games do end in ties, Caden. That would be where both teams will only get 1 point, so that's how we're going to do.
And even in the Rivals Cup, there are ties.
Looks like the clerk is going to take another one of these long balls again.
Just a nice pass out there from Darien, trying to find Mitch Davis.
Almost sec.
But
very physical in the
Played by
midfield.
Sec there.
Is that back in Darien's own half? Ball Darien. And here's another one up the left wing. This is how they scored their first goal. Blue Wave is going to try and bring that into the corner. That one's going to go out. Looks like for a corner kick.
Yeah, this is a big corner kick for Darien. This is really going to show, getting in near the goal and trying to put another one away in the net.
This is Darien's first corner of the night. We'll see if they'll capitalize off this one.
And Cameron Moyer is the resident corner kicker for this Blue Wave team. Get another strike at it.
Same area where New Canaan scored their first goal. Moyer's going to swing that ball in. Back post. Cleared away by New Canaan. It's what Darien wanted. Try and find an open guy at that back post to try and get a little half volley there, but good closeout by New Canaan.
It looked like Kai Sparks was trying to juggle that one after the corner, but New Canaan putting it away there.
Darien still possessing this in their own half. Buchanan.
Kai Sparks. He went through, I think, 3 guys there. What a move, or moves, sorry, by Kai Sparks, the senior captain, demonstrating his leadership by leading by example.
That'd be like the opposite of you in youth soccer, Caden. I know that you were just liking to just try and take as many shots as you could.
I actually did play defense in youth soccer. I was a right back. Never really got on the score sheet, but very influential in the back 4.
Probably conceded a lot of goals.
If I remember correctly, I did, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Back to the action. Good on-swinging ball by the Blue Wave. De Klerk's just going to clear the one out.
And of course, Darien playing a lot of pressure. Of course, seeing a lot of possession in this New Canaan defensive zone. So we haven't seen the possession side on the Rams pretty much at all in the second half.
Darien has had a lot of throw-ins in the second half, and that's really a testament to their new almost attack that they've had in the second half compared to the first half.
I mean, this is alien to what we saw in the first half. Darien's putting forth the hammer and, really leaving New Canaan in shock and on their heels as here comes Dylan Ho with time to move and to make a play, hopefully, for the Rams.
Ball to speed great onto the left wing to Tristan Bardalis, who collects it. Ball's gone out of play.
Looks like that will be a goal kick for the Darien side.
Great closeout by the Blue Wave defense right there to stop Bardalis, arguably the paciest player on New Canaan.
Yeah, Gaurav Parwell, nice fight there in the corner and try to prevent that corner kick.
Just about 27 minutes to go in the second half. Still a lot of time for a lot of more goals to be scored. Buchanan making a sub. Tristan Bardalis, speaking of him, he's just coming off onto the field. He's coming off the field for Jack Kuda. Kuda started the game, took a little rest. Now he's back on looking to add a goal.
These 4 strikers New Canaan's rotating. And Bardalis obviously a little tired as we've seen him putting forth 110% effort on these runs here. Good for Coach Luke Green to, call him off, give him a break, and let that senior Jack Kuda step up and do his thing.
Dumas calling off his guys on the field. A little misread on that one, but definitely putting it in his hands.
First time we've called Duma's name in the second half. Obviously, we were talking about him a lot in the first half because New Canaan had such a potent attack, but so far, Darien's defense has been stifling. As New Canaan is now looking to attack, cleared away by the Blue Wave.
Kuda's first chance since being subbed on for number 28, Tristan Bardalis.
Momo Sek looking to try and gather back on defense. There's a challenge by Baldini. Ref keeps the whistle.
Sorry, that was Ted Warner there on the challenge.
Left goal
That
all
was
over
Augusto
that one for
Baldini.
the Blue Wave. Nice opportunity from the Rams there. The referees will blow the whistle.
A lot more physicality so far.
It's a rivalry match for the ages. These teams are going to be fired up for this one. Circle on the calendar every year. People are going to be fired up.
You look at that challenge again. I mean, that's what every defender practice. That's what they dream of. That clean challenge, not getting called, and making that clear, starting a counterattack.
On the set piece, ball swung in by Darien. Momo Sek looking to chase that ball down. It's gone out of play.
He's going to get there, and that's going to be a throw-in. Throw-in
for Darien.
Darien.
So Darien getting a big throw in here. Senior captain Mitch Davis.
Looks like the ref actually
that will be awarded to New Canaan.
It's going to be a New Canaan throw. A little miscommunication between the refs right there.
Nathan Smock was visibly frustrated about that call.
Dylan Ho, great movement at his feet right there, trying to move that ball up the right wing. It's in the feet, of Brooks Wunderlich.
No hands in soccer, Ryan.
Well, unless you're a goalie or you're trying to get a red card.
True.
Which hopefully no one's trying to get. Ball swung in, looking for Dylan Ho, who gets on the other end of the header, but the flag is up for offside.
Absolute class there by Dylan Ho, but the flag will go up.
Don't think some of the crowds realized it yet. We still got people clapping, but that was offside. Just take a look at the replay.
Yeah, you can see.
Tough angle from there, but he was just ahead of the last Darien defender.
I think if we had VAR, that would confirm it. As you see, some people in the crowd still thinking New Canaan scored that goal.
Yeah.
Dylan Ho obviously visibly frustrated, visibly shaken that didn't count. Great run, though, regardless, and an absolute class play.
And the Rams were excited about that one, but taken out by the offsides. I think Dumas there to make, or at least trying to get a stop, but
Dylan Ho is down on his knees right now, maybe a little gassed, as we'll take another look at the angle right here. Does look like Ho's just a little bit offsides, but just barely. Had he timed that run just a millisecond better, he might have been on.
I like Ho with the aggressiveness, trying to get into the goal box and put one in for the Rams, but you got to be on sides.
Looks like Dylan might have actually banged himself off on that play, so he'll be coming off, and coming back in will be Tristan Bardalis. Took a little break, now he's back in.
Tristan Bardalis rested up, and he's sure ready to make an impact here as he, what he did led to that first goal for New Canaan, and now he's hoping to get one of his own.
Throw-in for New Canaan.
New Canaan awarded the throw-in.
We'll see here how Bardalis will try and affect the play a little bit. Obviously, a lot of pace right there. Something that Dylan has that is different from a lot of players. He's a very physical player, as we just saw from that header. He's not afraid to put his body on the line. So it's going to be interesting to see how Bardalis will react.
Yeah, you look at a physical striker with pace, you obviously got to think about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Mm-hmm. And, Dylan echoing various parts of his game. Great, amazing player to watch.
Yeah.
Throw into Momo Sek. Great touch there. Baldini not able to keep the ball, as Darien will now have their turn to advance up the field.
Yeah, very crucial part, of course, after that almost goal. Darien a little rattled, but needing a nice big play here.
Ball's gone out of play again. I mean, so far it's really been defenses. I mean, we're talking about like a 2019 Liverpool right here. I mean, this is something
Class
that
defense.
Absolutely. Ball's gone out.
Almost into the crowd.
Kid almost caught it over there.
Yeah. Here's Nate Smock again taking the throw.
Nate Smock, we've been calling his name all night. Big part of this team, has yet to be subbed off. Probably won't be subbed off because he's so crucial on playing both defense and making runs.
And Mo Sek now. Great opportunity here. Here comes New Canaan advancing into the box.
Can New Canaan get their second goal off of a set piece? Rams are starting to put people into the middle. Momo Sek's going to try and just look to maybe swing this ball back post, get maybe even if there's a little deflection as we saw him for the first goal.
Do you think he has thinks like Cristiano Ronaldo tries to go for the goal here?
I think he's going to try to go for the goal. I mean, you need this opportunity. I mean, with a big kick like his, I think he's going to go for it.
Sek going to try and cross that to that back post. Ball still up in the air. Smock tried to get a shot off.
Looks like New Canaan will be awarded this throw-in.
You know, that's the thing about Momo Sek. You don't know if he's going to shoot right there or pass it to the back post. You know, we thought shot. He had a great pass to the back post, almost led to the second goal.
And
for
you
the
saw
Rams.
his goal featured on the Rams Club. That was, I believe, farther out than that that free kick was. And you saw Gray. If you will watch the Rams Club episode 1 on our YouTube channel, you can hear Gray Tomasco talk about that goal in depth.
See, Rams Club is a great show with Gray and Langford. I am also involved in that, Kane. I don't think you are, but
Yeah, I'm hoping to get involved with that show. John Frieder is also an anchor.
John Jack Frieders. New Canaan will have a throw-in. Kane, if I was right, you were on, I believe, the weather for the broadcast a couple weeks ago.
I was, and you were on the sports segment, if I remember correctly.
I was. That
Hoping,
throw-in. Put it
Let's
into the
hope
box.
we can both get on the main anchor section.
Maybe one day,
Not a
just
little
like
while,
just like
yeah.
around the table. Throw in short to Momo Sek. Ball keeps going back out of the play in that one really little spot in the corner. Ball that's headed up by Werner, out of play.
Going to be a good break for Darien, of course, with the corners and throw-ins to try to get some offensive drive going.
Darien trying to push into the Buchanan half. Gone out of play. You know, Darien's been really trying to penetrate the New Canaan defense. You know, they've been very close one time, obviously scoring the one goal. And we've seen it a little bit so far in the second half, more towards the end of the first with them obviously scoring.
Yeah, great. New Canaan has recently been holding their ground. We haven't seen Gaji, I believe, make a save since that goal was conceded by the Rams. But obviously we can't excuse that stellar and just textbook first half that he put forth for this Rams side.
Brooks Wunderlich will take the throw for New Canaan.
Big throw-in for the Rams here, trying to get some play going on the field.
A lot of throws so far in the first 20 minutes of the second half. Looks like both teams are just trying to adjust a little bit, especially after Ho's goal, kind of a reset for both teams.
Yeah, both teams have been playing a little bit primarily slower after that almost goal from Ho there, but I think both teams just trying to reel and find where they are working.
Tristan Bardalis almost on the receiving end of that for New Canaan.
That was great pressure there by Bardalis, showcasing his pace yet again.
Ball has gone out of play. Looks like it will be another goal kick, which the clerk will probably take. $18 minutes and 45 seconds to go in this second half. We'll see if we can get one more, maybe a few more goals. It'll be fun to see a few more goals, but
that
one
was
more.
number 14, Kai Sparks, there with a great run. He's been an exceptional performer all night. I believe he had the goal for Darien, the equalizer.
Yeah, Kai Sparks credited with that goal for Darien as they get a big throw in here.
Again, if you're just joining us, 1-1. Both goals were scored off of slight deflections for both teams. So, you know, maybe a little bit of frustration with that. But so far, we've seen a great game between these two sides.
A very balanced game. Both teams having their chances, their ups, their downs. And this will definitely play out. And we'll have to see in this second half of the second half which team ends up prevailing. If any team.
I like that term, second half of the second half.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah,
A little wordplay there.
Me neither. Are we sure? Maybe not, but it's all right. We'll roll with that one. This New Canaan is just going to maybe pass it back to Gashi. He's just going to try and boot that ball. Darien in a good position here.
Yeah, Darien in a great position as we get a nice shot there from the Blue Wave. That's Miles Lefkowitz just going right at that goal.
Tough shot from Lefkowitz, obviously trying a little volley off of the ground. You know, maybe around 90% of those times that's not going to be on target, but good effort by Darien. As I believe refs are talking right now. See what they're going to call. Maybe there was a deflection. Darien players.
For now, it's a corner.
Darien corner, yeah. Players were in the box. They called for the corner. We didn't see it up here, but Darien will be taking their second corner of the night.
Yeah, Luke Daniil going to use all that strength with that foot. Try to put one up for the Wave.
Substitutions now for Darien. Let's see who's coming on.
Double sub for Darien as Daniil looks to swing this ball in. Cleared away by New Canaan. Jack Kuda running after that ball.
He is able to get there. He has Sek in the middle.
Has Momo Sek. Just a little bit light on the pass, but it's a good effort by New Canaan to try and push that up the field a little bit. Bardalis will win the header. New Canaan looks to attack. Great defending by Darien. It's at the feet of Momo Sek, however. Ball has gone out of play for a New Canaan throw.
Huge clear there from Darien just to stop the momentum from the Rams after that nice drive up the field.
You know, it was a great counterattack from New Canaan off of the corner, right? Ball swung in. All right, get it back to our feet, play it in the midfield, and move it up.
And we will see now Dylan Ho coming back on after he appeared to be shaking up something wrong with his leg, as well as Will Arnold subbing on for senior captain Augusto Baldini.
Baldini and Werner both coming off the field as that ball swung in the hands, feet of Joey Clerk. Wasn't able to control it, however.
If it was in the hands of Joey, he'd be getting a red card.
Maybe just a yellow, because we'll see, though. Oh, that looks like we might be getting our first card of the night. It is a yellow card for Augusto Baldini, who was not subbed off, as you said. Baldini will receive the first card of the night. Looked like a little reckless challenge trying to get the ball there.
And
it was New Canaan picking up the first card of the night. Obviously, Baldini. Caden, what are your thoughts on the challenge
obviously
right there?
actually subbed off this time.
There you go.
You can't risk getting a red card, especially with one of your senior captain star players. But as we were talking about, not a malicious challenge. Sometimes you're just going to have intensity in one of these rival games.
It looked like Moyers was a little tripped up after that play, but he's getting back up there, and huge free kick from the Wave.
You know, obviously trying to play the ball there. No malicious intent. Just got a little bit of the ankle. First card of the night. Will Arnold. Good pace. Ball's gone out of play for New Canaan throw.
That was Luke Fox there with a great challenge on number 12, Will Arnold.
Sense a little bit of urgency from New Canaan. They get that challenge. The yellow card has been shown. Now they're trying to rally around that. Good ball by the Blue Wave. Gashi's coming out of net. Just over. What a close shot by the Blue Wave.
We've seen the communication from Sparks and Flynn. That was the first goal from Darien, but Flynn just going high above that crossbar.
Jack Flynn obviously very shaken up after that play, as anyone would be. That was wide open chance. You're not going to get a lot of those, as we have seen so far in this matchup, but a good chance regardless.
Bardalis looking to chase that down. Whoa, what a collision. We're going to see another card potentially. No.
Yeah, Duma definitely getting tripped up on that one. Trying to see if I don't think there will be any card.
No card. That's just what happened. What a collision, though. Bardalis looking to get his pace to run after the ball. Just collides with the keeper, looking like a football hit right there.
And Momo Sek.
Sek trying to, he still has the ball at his feet. Sek tries to play to Dylan Ho. The urgency is back in this rivalry game.
Dylan Ho goes down now.
People are falling all over the pitch, but this is what we expected out of this big game.
The crowd is fired up, and the teams are especially fired up. Those have been incredibly physical plays, and the intensity is really starting to turn up the dial now as we approach 10 minutes left in the game.
Ho falls down there with the ball at his feet. Darien now looking to push it up with the counter.
Yeah, I give a lot to this New Canaan crowd. I mean, the students are out, families are out. I mean, Dunning Field is packed right now.
Briggs Davis running up the right wing. Gonna play that back out. Trying to swing that in. Joseph Gashi will punch it out. Ref has blown the whistle. Looks like the potential offsides right there.
Flag goes up, and DeClerc again. The story of this game has been DeClerc with his clearances and his impressive through balls that I believe allowed him to, make such of an impact on this varsity team his sophomore year.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't had to, speaking of just Gashi, as I just said, he has 6 saves so far, all from the first half. Haven't had to see too much from the second half. Right there, tested a little bit, but the offsides flag was up.
And Darien looks like they're going to have a free kick here.
Obviously, Darien maybe could be up 2-1 with that shot from Jack Flynn. He'd obviously love to have that one back. Gashi made an interesting decision to pull out of the net. Like, remember when you're holding Y on Xbox, pulling the goalie out?
Yeah.
He tried to do that a little bit. Ball went just over the crossbar. As that free kick is swung in, claimed by Joseph Gashi.
I believe that will not be credited as a save for Gashi.
Nice boot there from Daniil, though, trying to find his fellow sophomore Breaks Davis with the header, but Gashi there to make the play.
Gashi maybe just trying to boot this ball deep, try and reset in the midfield near the feet of Jack Kuda. Canaan now. Brooks Wunderlich trying to corral that under the right wing, but now Bardalis using his physicality. That ball does go out of play.
We've definitely seen his physicality ramp up here as he was subbed on starting in the second half. I mean, obviously that collision with Darien's keeper there, obviously very physical. And then again here, he's really turning on the Jets and displaying himself as a leader on this varsity team.
That's that physicality, almost looking like a turkey bowl hit right there between New Canaan and Darien, but we're seeing it on the soccer pitch.
Turkey Bowl obviously over a month away.
That's how the calendar works. Thanksgiving does fall in late November.
But obviously both teams.
Hit his head. We're all good though. Momo Sek will take the throw.
Yeah, New Canaan's been rolling throughout this late second half. They've just been making the plays that they need to make and trying to get some more shots on the net.
Dylan Ho calling for the throw in, trying to play it with his feet. Uses his pace to get around the edge. Ball's gone out, but New Canaan will still control possession.
As we look at that replay here.
Again, Momo Sek really imposing his will in the midfield to win that ball back.
And that challenge looked like it was all ball, too.
It was, yeah.
I've seen New Canaan have a lot of energy so far that I haven't been seeing really much in Darien these past couple minutes, so Darien is going to have to change that if they want to get another goal on the board.
Momo Sek tried to find Will Arnold there. New Canaan does retain possession with Brooks Wunderlich on the right wing.
And that was Nathan Seekhouse at the pass there. We haven't said his name much at all, or if at all tonight.
Darien just trying to clear that one out. Trying to regain that possession in their own half as Momo Sek will swing that over to the left side. We have some fans chanting. Ball. Try to swing into Bardalis. Great clearance by Darien.
And great poise there by Seekhouse.
Yeah.
As, however, he's not going to be able to win that one back. Darien's going to get a throw in and have their chance to advance.
Yep. I mean, you brought it up,
Darien's side.
Nathan Seekhouse. We haven't had to call his name much tonight, but he's still imposing his will on defense. Obviously, the last few games, I know Luke Green, head coach Luke Green, considers him a key part of that defense, being a starting center back. And
you see him being a senior. He's giving that leadership to, the younger guys back there, to Clerk.
Yeah. Great movement by Darien right there.
Yeah, Darien making some nice moves with the soccer ball on that one, and these fans are fired up.
Booted out of play into the bleachers. Just under 10 minutes to go in the second half. Who will be the winning goal scorer if we will get one? We'll have to find out.
Now, what we haven't mentioned tonight is that junior Michael Gabriel, you can see him on the sideline in the suit, is actually injured. He is a torn hamstring.
A shot by Darien. Great deflection by New Canaan. As the Rams are going to look to play it up. The Dylan Ho ball goes out of play. New Canaan will retain on the throw. There's a sense of urgency right there from New Canaan as Nathan Smock is going to take this throw.
A big throw from Smock here, trying to find an open man, trying to evade that Darien defense.
Momo Sek great at his feet right there, keeping the ball in play. Sek almost looked like a one-man wrecking crew right there, but it is won back by Dylan Ho. Going to try and swing that ball in, cleared away by the Blue Wave.
We have less than 10 minutes left in this Rivals Cup matchup. As that
ball's going out of play.
Nate Smock there.
Ref blows whistle. Looks like that Actually, Momo Sek looks hurt on the field. It's a little slow to get up, still on the ground right now. That's not good. A little bit of a limp for the star midfielder for the Rams.
Yeah, we've said Momo Sek's name all day. He's just been one of these dominant players on this Rams squad.
So Sek is going to have to come off. Hopefully he's doing all right. Might have landed a little awkwardly on that ankle with perhaps a little bit of that challenge. Ted Werner is going to come in for the Rams as a substitute.
Ted Werner obviously having some great plays in the first half. I believe this is some of the first we're seeing of him in this second half.
Yep.
As Will Arnold steps up to challenge number 27, Matt West.
Obviously, Darien's going to look to challenge New Canaan a little more with Momo Sek out. He's obviously been dominating for the Rams all night, being involved everywhere. Be interesting to see.
Visible frustration out of the crowd there as Darien's awarded a free kick.
Someone in our own box was just chanting a little bit of, wasn't too happy.
As we look at the replay there.
Liam, I'll ask you, if you're Darien, now that Momo Sek's out, how is it going to be a little different challenge in New Canaan with one of their better players out?
Well, with Momo Sek, he's just been a leader on the offense this entire game, so I think Darien needs to capitalize if they have these offensive opportunities, try to get one past. And with him not there, I think the Darien defense can relax a little bit, but you still need to play, on your toes, of course, it's Darien New Canaan.
Absolutely. Caden, talking about New Canaan with Sek out, who do you think's got to step up in the midfield right now?
In the midfield, I'm going to have to go with Will Arnold. He's been having great challenges tonight, and I think once he gets his moment, he's going to have that one pass or that one through ball that's going to result in New Canaan taking the lead here.
Absolutely, that ball out of play, be a Darien throw. Just almost about 6 minutes left in the second half. Rohan Chenoy. Gym class hero. I know that's a song that was played a lot in gym last year.
Nice move there from Parwall, trying to find an open man. Darien trying to reel in some sort of offensive play.
Ball. I think the flag might have gone up there. Good movement by Darien, though, just try and pressure New Canaan a little bit more.
Here's Gashi. Gashi still not having a save recorded in this second half. As Joey DeClerc again going to take the goal kick.
Joey DeClerc's really been an unsung hero tonight for New Canaan. On all these goal kicks, he's been taking them, just booting them as far down the field as he can. He's been doing an excellent job at it.
With poise, too. That was a great pass there. And as you move up the levels in soccer, it becomes less about how far you can kick it and more how far you can kick it and how accurate.
Absolutely. I think that's kind of an unsung part of the game is the accuracy. People always think about the power of shots when you look at a guy like Ronaldo, Joe Willock. I know I'm a big fan of his game, one of the best players in the world. But obviously accuracy is a big part of the game.
Yes, accuracy, as people don't realize how quick of a window you have to make a decision, especially in high school soccer where unlike the professionals where it's more relaxed, there's always someone on you. So you always have to be ready to make a move.
Absolutely. Always someone on you, indeed, with the defense especially. So it's going to be Kuda on the left wing.
Kuda, great footwork.
Try and swing that ball in. Back to the feet of Smock. He's going to try and a good
that's a
ball
great pass.
into Kuda, looking to swing it in. Dylan Ho, contact in the box. Ball's going out of play.
That's going to be a corner, I believe, for New Canaan.
See Darien's guard Parwall getting down, sliding to make that stop. That one, he pretty much had an open lane on that one if Parwall wasn't there to make that huge stop.
And there is Momo Sek heading back onto the field. The spark for the Rams is back. Look at that, running right to the corner. He is going to take this corner kick. I can guarantee you he's on the sign right there saying, I'm ready, I'm going to go back into this game.
That's almost a cinematic type entrance there, as you can see the crowd cheering for him coming back on. Here's Momo Sek to take the corner for the New Canaan Rams.
Sek puts that right arm up. Looks like he's going to try and play it in the middle of the box. Good clearance by Darien. A lot of bodies were in the middle right there.
That ball kept in. Questionable reactions from the crowd there.
Yeah, Darien on that corner playing a lot of guys close to the goal, trying to try to prevent that header from New Canaan.
Absolutely. Going back, it was a great run by Kuda, which almost set up the goal. Dylan Ho, obviously, could have had a shot on goal there, but that great close down from Darien, as we've really seen all night, has been helping him out.
Yeah, as 3 minutes remain in this Rivals Cup matchup, time is ticking for either team to break through and, put that lift that trophy.
Absolutely. I've said it once. I'll say it again. This Chelsea. What am I talking about? I was going to bring them up. This Darien and New Canaan defense has been absolutely spectacular, unlike Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea, terrible start to the season.
Yeah.
To all of our Chelsea fans watching.
Won a banter club in the Premier League, but both these teams are here. Obviously, great talent between the both of them. As DeClerc is going to punt that one up. Dylan Ho trying to get that physicality. Does win the header. Bardalis, look at the hustle by Bardalis. Almost got there. Momo Sek already trying to make a little impact, being subbed on back from his injury.
Darien defense seems a little bit overwhelmed right now. The Rams have been really pressuring and targeting these Darien goals and shots, so I think it's just going to be a matter of time before Darien defense is going to crack.
We're almost at the 2-minute mark in the second half, getting very close to what might be a 1-1 draw. Do we have a late winner?
As we are seconds away from the 2-minute mark. Here's Darien.
Ball played into the midfield. Momo Sek
wins that challenge.
Darien needing a spark, and there's Kai Sparks over there trying to make something.
Sophomore DeClerc just had to get that ball out of there. Can't risk trying to get it back to Gashi, making a bad pass. Darien taking the throw, trying to send some guys up. Going a little more attacking style right now. The Blue Wave looking to swing that ball in just a little bit too far. Intended for Jack Flynn, who obviously had that great chance earlier in the game.
90 seconds left in this matchup. Here comes New Canaan, possibly their last chance of the game. DeClerc.
Jinx. Trying to boot that up as far as he can. Almost finding Bardalis there.
Yeah, both these teams just trying to get one last rush. You have to prevent those turnovers late in this game.
Darien forcing the turnover. DeClerc's just saying, not today. Booing that up the field. But Dylan Ho trying to hustle after it. I think if there's a shin guard on the field. Looks like Dylan almost couldn't get that throw off. Was able to. Now it's at the feet of Momo Sek. Plays it into Dylan Ho, who
still has it.
Double teamed on the wing. It's back out to Smock. Reset for the Rams. Ball in. Try to play it over to Tristan Bardalis. Bardalis at his feet. 30 seconds left to go.
Big look from the Rams here. Trying to get something, but
handball.
Yeah, Rams wanted a handball. Ref didn't blow it. Ball's gone out. 20 seconds left. See if there's going to be a sense of urgency from Darien, or maybe they're just going to say, all right, 1-1 draw. We'll take it from here. Looks like
they're just going to take it nice and slow as the time's ticking down. We'll see. Big throw in there, but
final.
Never know.
Just about 5 seconds. Does Darien have any sort of miracle?
Almost.
Try to crazy attempt there. The buzzer is blown, and it is a 1-1 draw. That is the result here from Dunning Stadium. Obviously, a great game from both teams. New Canaan, what are your thoughts on them?
I mean, they came out firing. First half, 1-0. However, all it takes is one mistake, and the score in the game is even, and that's exactly what happened to them. Zeph Gashi, stellar first half. I think he could have played better in the second half, but nevertheless, a great game from him. As we said before the game, he did step up when needed and really kept the Rams in this game, especially in the first half.
Absolutely. Liam, Darien, they do get the point out of this match. Should they be happy about this or disappointed?
I think it's good that they're getting the point, just for playoff contention, but overall I think this game's a really good mirror for them to see, where they stand within other FCAC teams. New Canaan might not look all that great on paper, but overall, even though it's a tie, Darien knows that they're going to have to play hard all game. We saw the Rams come out today. They came out fired up, and even though they're not one of the best teams in the FCAC this season, they still came out.
Absolutely. So that is it from us. Caden, any last thoughts? Anyone that surprised you on New Canaan that played excellent today?
Surprising. I'm going to have to go with Tristan Bardalis. I haven't watched a lot of this New Canaan soccer team this season, but Bardalis really showed how good of a pace player he is and really contributed to these goals and this goal, for New Canaan. Absolutely. Overall, great performance from him today, though I was very satisfied.
Yep. Liam, anyone on Darien that impressed you or surprised you today?
Well, I did like Kai Sparks. I think he was everywhere where he needed to be today. Of course, that lone goal for Darien. I think the team really gelled well together, but really the New Canaan Rams defense, I think, was the winner in this game, preventing Darien from making any more attacks on the offense.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to be all from us here from NCTV and DAF. We'd obviously like to thank our producer Anav, along with Mr. Sobolski and the whole DAF team that was here as well. 1-1 tie is the final score, and that will be all from Dunning Stadium. Night. Actually, we are going to have the sponsors. Caden will read the sponsors.
This game is sponsored by our New Canaan Rams All Sports Booster Club Platinum and Gold sponsors. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Anderson Kenny Architecture, a full-service practice that encompasses a range of commissioned residential and commercial projects. Each project is a thoughtful collaboration tailored for clients and their needs. The outcome is highly personal, constructed with intention and integrity. We would like to thank our Platinum sponsor, Dr. William Fessler of Fessler Family Dentistry, the dental office for your entire family's dental needs. At William Fessler Family Dentistry, smile, you're in good hands. Platinum sponsor Frangione Engineering. Planning on putting in a pool or an addition onto your house? Are you having drainage issues on your property? Frangione Engineering can help you find a solution. Platinum sponsor and NCHS alumni Leo and Steve Carl of Carl Chevrolet, who have been proud supporters of local athletic programs for generations. Their dealership has been serving Fairfield County since 1927. The team is ready to assist you with all of your automotive needs. Platinum sponsor Manfredi Jewels. Manfredi Jewels, your local official Rolex dealer, is excited to continue carrying the finest jewelry and watch brands and welcome the New Canaan community into their newly renovated store this fall. Go Rams. Platinum sponsor Renaissance Partners, a family-owned and New Canaan-based residential building and remodeling committee serving all of Fairfield County. Platinum sponsor Walter Stewart's. Walter Stewart's Market has supported New Canaan Rams athletics and the entire New Canaan community for years. Walter Stewart's is your fresh local market. We also would like to thank you to our gold sponsor, Performance Optimal Health, who proudly supports all New Canaan Rams athletes in their 2023 to 24 seasons. This team helps clients achieve their health goals through exercise, recovery, nutrition, and stress management. They offer their congratulations to all teams competing this season. Again, a big thank you to all of our sponsors. The New Canaan Rams All Sports Booster Club supports all New Canaan Rams athletics. Go Rams!
Thank you, Caden. That is all from us, everyone. Have a good night.